How are we, ladies and gentlemen, listeners? Welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast.
1, 2, 3. Can he do it? The gloves are off. They go toe to toe, blow for blow. He's clear. His big heart pounding. Yes. Does history. To try to make 3 in a row.
Hello, punters. Welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast. Sam Wood, Adam Campton, Blake Johnson, Nick Lloyd. The shortest shorts in racing, Nick Lloyd. How are we, boys?
Campo is dishing out a little bit of shit about the short shorts, but he's got short shorts on too.
And I must say,
sky blue.
we do a shoe check, a fit check here on the show. We know when Campo doesn't have any owners in town because he rolls up in the white Crocs. How are you, mate?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. How was Sydney?
Yeah, it was good. The weather was beautiful. It was strange. I thought it would be a bit colder, but no, it was good. Good to get back home.
Deepaw did well.
He did well. He's on the quick backup. Something we've never done with him, but he's been very, very bright throughout the week. He hasn't missed a bit of feed, so he had a little look around the track this morning. Tommy Berry rode him actually in a bit of track work, so nothing suggests to us.
What was the reports?
He was happy as
Tommy
well.
say?
He feels good, bright, ready to go.
Talk us through the thought process.
Obviously, like as I said last, it was probably to you. I was, probably a bit concerned about the travel, but sort of I got down there a day after he'd been there. Taylor was with him, and even like the minute I seen him, I could tell he was so much brighter in himself. His code, he was just in a good frame of mind. He didn't have the hardest of runs. He pulled up really good that night, ate everything up. The next morning, we took him for a pick, and he was really bright again. The missile was a race, obviously, that I was in the back of my mind if he did go good, but was concerned about the backup. But he's shown us no sort of issue as to why we can't back him up. And, I was hoping probably not as tough of a field as it looks on paper. Probably was hoping for a few horses, resuming that are looking for the mile or something like that. But one thing is he's got the fitness edge, a bit of rain around he will enjoy. And those horses have all tried well, but they've got to go to the track and now put it together.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
You want to see how good he is?
Yeah, correct. Never been afraid to have a go. So, I wouldn't have definitely put him in the deep end if I didn't believe in him, and I definitely wouldn't have put him in the deep end if he didn't pull up well. So, obviously, he's got to make sure he's 100% and everything still for the next couple of days. But if he's fine Saturday morning, he'll be taking on some pretty smart horses.
There's going to be plenty of speed, big parade.
Yeah, it probably is.
Set it up for him.
He'll probably go fast. I don't know if there'll be too much behind him. So I think, Shays will probably sit second, then IME will get the gun run. I think she's probably the one to beat down in the weights. Nice horse. But hopefully they can burn the candle up front and he can charge on late.
Campo, you said last week that the travel was going to be the bit of the concern with him. You didn't know how well he'd travel. We see a lot of trainers, like, if they're going to travel one, they'll go up on a Tuesday or something like that and give them 5 days or so. You went up down on the Friday.
Yep.
Do you think, like, the fact that he has come through that run and now he's got that settled in, like down in Sydney for a week, that he's going to be even better this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm a big believer of getting horses down there a bit earlier to settle in. Obviously, Gerald and Bjorn always send horses up to that, and I speak to them and say, probably some horses probably are better coming earlier in the week. But with a horse like him, the reason I sent him down later in the week, he's a very routine horse. So, I kept him in his box for as long as possible, just didn't want to change anything. He travelled overnight. He was there in the morning. He's a very smart horse, as in he doesn't do anything stupid. He would have just slept on the bloody truck the whole night and relaxed. So that would have been a big help for him. And, sort of straight away, we gave him a pick off the truck, and Taylor did. And he was, straight in the grass, straight into his feed, which is always a good sign for a horse at travel, and straight into his water. So, it's always a big query, but I definitely think at the moment he's shown all the signs to back up.
Where's he staying, Bjorn's?
Gerald's.
Yeah, right.
Gerald's at Rosehill.
Well, they're talking Everest for IME, so if you can get over the top of her.
Imagine Big D in there, Everest. Wouldn't that be nice?
His name up in lights.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be real good.
Imagine that.
Good race for Gold Coast trainers too, especially horses that come through Ramorni's. Had Fobiter for Nicky Costa win 2 years ago after a Ramorni, and then Hard Empire last year for the Edmonds camp after
the
the
Missile
Ramorni.
Stakes are ours.
Yeah,
Gold Coast.
Everest
GC.
Pressure's on us.
Yeah,
don't let the team down.
That's right.
I was wondering if you've seen it down to Bjorn, because you know how Hildo likes to ride him through the water?
Yeah,
I'm like, don't let Deepaw, don't let Hildo on the back of Deepaw, please.
Back.
What are you doing on a horse?
Heavy Cairo.
Well, this is a very exciting show because it is the official, the end of the 22-23 season was officially last Saturday and kicked off this week, the new season. So we wanted to go through, I suppose, the past 12 months and pull out a few categories and hand out a few awards to horses and jockeys and, maybe a few clips along the way on what was a huge year of racing. And I'll start with you, Nick. Boys, this is for all of you, but we'll go one at a time. What would be the big one, straight off the bat? What would be your horse of the year this past year?
I think it's got to be the big A, Animo.
Yeah.
For me, he sort of got that Cox Plate redemption in the spring, beat some of, Australia's best weight for age horses there. I think he won something like 6 or 7 Group 1s. He was dominant in the autumn, obviously. Didn't quite get the fairy tale finish in the Queen Elizabeth. But, for a horse like him to just sort of win over any distance from 1400 to the mile and a quarter. So, Animo's the one for me. I find it always hard to go past a Cox Plate winner as your horse of the year, especially when they're sort of dominant like that through the whole carnival.
How many Group 1s did Animo win this season? Was it 7?
I reckon it would have been close to 7.
7 or
6
8,
or 7?
maybe. I reckon it was 7 or
6. I'm just finding that out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Cox Plate, Caulfield Stakes, George Main.
Yeah, I reckon.
Did he win the
6.
Wink Stakes first up?
Yeah, Winks first up.
And what's Chipping Norden? I reckon 6 would be my guess. But yeah, super horse. I think I heard yesterday actually on a show on Sky Central that they're sending Guelph and Kiamichi, 2 Godolphin mares, straight to him in his first season. So pretty exciting. A couple of high quality mares.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
That'll be a
to him.
brute.
Yeah, why not just?
Well, far out. She's a beauty.
She was a good ripper.
Well, you, Campo, who would be your horse of the year for?
Yeah, obviously Animo, you can't go past him. Star, great horse, great trainer, great jockey, done everything right. As Nick said, Cox Plate, tough horse, shows up any distance, can't knock him at all.
It seemed to, for a lot of it, just do what needed to be done instead of just putting them away. And in some places he did as well, but just seemed to just do enough to get over the line, which is always very exciting because, when you're just thumping them, that's also exciting if you've got your money on their back. But,
obviously,
it's more of a spectacle as well.
Win looks like an exciting horse as well that Blake's pretty vocal about. So,
yeah, Blake, what would be your horse of the year?
Animo.
Okay, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course. He's I'm
You're
just
happy
looking
this
at
week
a
too.
leg up post. He's a 9-time Group 1 winner. He's the only horse. He's the winningest Group 1 Godolphin horse.
Okay, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's won more Group 1s than any other horse to go around in that
Yeah, right, okay.
Famous Royal Blue.
Been some good ones.
Definitely. He's a Group 1 winner as a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Do you think that Dubai Honour lowered his colours?
No.
Do you think he was at his best that day?
I don't think so. I think it was a bit of sting out of the ground from memory too, wasn't there? Like it was a wet track, 2,000 metres.
He did flog him though.
He did.
He beat him fair and square.
I think Dubai Honour's probably has the wood on him.
Yeah.
But Dubai Honour, he might go on and be a superstar. Who knows? But
been lapped his last 2 starts, but
doesn't count.
Doesn't it?
No.
Yeah, it's you've got to get there on the day and you've got to be there 100%.
That's right. And it was his last career. Like, it was his last career run, and he'd probably been up for a little while. I think he'd sort of trained off in the past, like 4th and 5th up, and this time he might have got to like his 6th run or something like that. So,
yeah. He did get beaten in that Champions Stakes on the final day of the Flemington Carnival too, after the Cox Plate. So, like Cox Plate winner going to another 2,000 weight for age race. I think he was 5th or 6th up there, and he got beat a couple of lengths by Zaki and co. So you're probably right that it could have just been one run too many for him.
yeah.
But yeah,
Champion.
deserving.
Yeah, champion.
Very good horse.
Honourable mentions, Giga Kick, of course.
Yeah.
I think I Wish I Win, obviously, that Golden Eagle and a TJ Smith. And even the horse that came up here, Think About It. He's
exciting.
Yeah, we're
Very
in for
exciting.
a
We're in
good,
for a good spring.
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to be awesome.
They could get mentions in Rising Stars or bold predictions. Who would know?
We'll move on to the next category, which is win of the year. Nick, what did you have for the win of the year?
I've gone to the big one, Gold Trip in the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, jeez, I'm just waiting for you to mention Kovalika.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, he's there.
I'm like 10 minutes in and he hasn't mentioned Kovalika.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
No, but Gold Trip, from what I can remember, he was the first top weight to win a Melbourne Cup since Mackay Diva, so 18 years or so to do it. He was only a Class 1 horse. Like, he'd only won a race in France before he came out here. And so to carry, the top weight and sort of have that credential, he had a long prep. He was up since July, went to a Caulfield Cup, went to a Cox Plate, and then was able to produce in the big one on the first Tuesday. I think that was probably his dominance in that Cup win was win of the year for me, given the conditions of the race for him.
Good answer. What about you, Campo?
Gold Trip was awesome. Good horse. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. There's so many good wins. Far out. Think about it. I think he's a special horse. I love that horse. I think he's a very, very good horse. But obviously, Gold Trip's Melbourne Cup winner was phenomenal as well. I don't really have one. I'll pass that to you, Blake.
It's won a few in a row. Think about it, eh?
Oh.
How many? Six?
Six? Yeah.
I think it might be more. I think it's like 9.
I thought it was 9, yeah.
You know, one of the owners in Think About It also has shares in Sir Carter with us.
Really?
Yeah.
So you wanted one at the top and then
And then that's why he bought into Think About It down the bottom. So he got his cutest maiden win out of the way on Sunday. And
Yes,
he's also got that horse that won a couple of Group 1s in Brisbane. So
what's that?
that's right.
Win of the year could be like something that was like your win of the year. What about if that, another kind of take on it? Was there a win that stood out for you personally?
Deport's first Saturday win at Doomba when he was held up. Flashlight and one. That'd be my biggest thrill of the year. First Saturday Metro winner, and the way he won it too, sort of held up. Probably didn't look like he could win. Got out late and launched.
Popped out
Yeah,
and just let down.
yeah. That's out of my horses, a bit different to a Gold Trip or something like that. But no, that was definitely my highlight of the year for sure and certain.
What about you, Beach?
Just having a look at Think About It.
Think about it is fact checking everyone. So this is a podcast. So what you do is you talk, and we're going to have a camera too, so you can look at that as well.
He's gone angry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's won 6 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I reckon I backed him at Warwick Farm in the benchmark 72 the last time he got beat. Might have been the last
And
time.
like,
Last time you back.
I seen him in the yard before he won. He's a muck lather.
Yeah,
Like he does
He's a
himself
what?
no favours. Muck lather. Like he just sweats. He just
Right, okay.
he's hot. He's
You'd almost, if you're a big yard watcher and it was the first time you'd see him, you'd just be laying him
pen straight through.
Yeah.
him. He's just a big bullhead, but cross that.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing on Stradbroke Day watching him parade, and someone said, "Oh no, he did the same thing on Kingsford
Yep,
Smith Cup
spot
Day,"
on.
and I was like, "Oh, all right, like this is him."
He great trainer too. I love Joe Pride as a trainer. He's a great trainer.
Yeah. You had a win of the year, Blake?
Yeah, I wish I win in
Golden
the
Eagle?
TJ.
TJ. Yeah.
In the TJ. Golden Eagle win was outstanding. I thought Mango was a bit stiff behind him that day, but the TJ win was just phenomenal. Like to win from where he was not within.
Come down the outside, didn't he?
Yeah. He was. He couldn't have hit the leader with a rocket at the 600.
Yeah.
And a couple starts ago before that, you said he was no good or something.
No, he said he's.
I remember that.
Said he was the best.
Stop
best
making him
horse in
angry.
Australia.
Remember that?
I do actually.
And to go past Giga Kick as well, so that was the win of the year. And he's just he could be anything.
Yeah.
Like he could be set for a mile Group 1 preparation. He could be set for a 6 furlong Group 1 preparation. He could even be stretched to a Cox Plate preparation in the future. He's a phenomenal horse.
Yeah. Can I just say, before we do move on to the next one, when Campo was just winding you up then about saying, "I wish I win's no good," but you actually said he's the best horse in the country. there was a horse that won last week that 3 weeks ago, we've got a reel of you saying, right now, Mogo Magic would be the horse I'd take in a Kosciuszko slot. And then when it's won a benchmark 72 on Saturday, you've gone, if it wins the Kosciuszko, I'll eat my hat.
It's a fickle game.
You've just got the
It's just
full
ebbs and
circle.
flows of
I'm
racing.
like, I did the post about can Mogo Magic win
last
the Kosciuszko. Blake says no, and I'm like, hold on, I'm pretty sure I said
Well, you don't
I'd
think he
definitely
can
take
win one?
Opal Ridge.
I don't think
He's very green and raw. He's got a lot to learn.
he can win the Kosciuszko. He put me on the spot when I
did.
when he said, "Who would you take in the Kosciuszko?" And Mogo Magic had just won a highway, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take Mogo Magic." But
No, good to see you.
Far too easy.
I just think that he needs to go to a different level to win a Kosciuszko.
I agree.
And he
Opal
needs
Ridge
to do
and far
things
too
right
easy
as well. Like
He was awesome.
you got to be a group horse to win a Kosciuszko now.
Yeah.
So I just think
It's a racing too.
he probably needs to go to a different level. Not saying that he can't, but I don't think
He can train
I
that
was
bloke,
against him
Scott
the other
Collins.
day.
Yeah.
Got some nice horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
to
he's
get
done a
some
good
nice
job
horses.
with this horse
Yeah.
as well. What is he won 2 highways with him, so he's placed him well, and then he's just gone to a 72 and won that race.
Yep.
And it's not easy to win, but this horse is the right sort of horse to do that because he puts himself on the speed and, he does things wrong, but he's just better than them.
It's not easy to win a race in Sydney. Like I was actually speaking to Kurt Goldman during the week,
Yep.
and he had that Irish songs. So now come up here.
Yeah.
I think he won listed races with it up here and in the bush, like Wagga
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Could not go to Sydney and win a benchmark race.
No.
Just that tough because you got so many young horses emerging, or you got Waller's Brigade or Godolphins. It's tough, and you look at some of them in the yard. They're different animals. They're different
It's
animals.
insane.
If you looked at the Kosciuszko market now, is she at the top of it? Opal Ridge.
Well, she's right there, but I do think Mogo Magic's the favourite at the moment.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I think it's him, Far Too Easy, and Opal Ridge sort of maybe between $4 and $6, and then sort of probably out to, I guess, like a front page or...
Yeah, Far Too Easy and Mogo Magic are the favourites, or equal favourites. Far Too Easy, Mogo Magic, Opal Ridge. Front page is...
Front page now with Matty Dale.
Yeah.
Good trainer.
Well, he started
Is Matty Dale still Canberra-based?
No, Goldman now.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I think the
Slightly higher.
Yeah.
conditions of the Kosciuszko, I think you can only have one
Yeah.
Canberra-trained horse, because that was going to be the problem with Opal Ridge
Yeah.
when Luke Pepper was originally in Canberra. He's moved to Scone now,
Yep.
but that was sort of going to be a little bit of an issue. And I think with highways, like the Canberra-based horses only sneak in, like they go into
Correct.
the emergencies or something.
Why is
like
that?
So
Because
I think they want
Metro or something.
ACT.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Would you ever consider moving to the border, so you can
Yeah.
eligible for
Yeah,
highways?
for sure. Yeah, there's been definitely thought of getting a satellite stable or something like that for sure and certain.
Where would it be? Lismore or
Don't know.
Grafton?
Grafton.
You love Grafton.
Or Wollongbar. It's a nice place.
Wollongbar, Mbar, yeah.
It's a good
Zac
idea.
Efron
Is there
lives
a truck
there.
at Byron?
then you can have
That'd be
Deepore in the
very nice,
Kosciuszko.
didn't it?
Deepore would be... How many races he won?
6.
6.
He wouldn't get in a highway.
Kosciuszko.
Yes.
How
Taylor
many...
said that to me on the plane actually the other day. I was just like, why can't you? I said, well, he's not in New South Wales.
Country
Sucks. I was like, well, that's the rules.
Yeah.
Change them.
Four for a country championships?
Yeah.
4 races?
Something like
So,
that.
probably at the start of the... He would have been eligible at some stage, like last season or so.
Yeah.
1,400?
Can you, like a nice boutique training facility at Byron or something?
Sort it out.
Can you sort it out?
I don't know how you'd go in Byron.
I don't really like Byron.
No, I think a lot of people there you wouldn't
It's a
like.
bit relaxed.
No, it's just a bit. I don't think you'd like it there. Yeah,
Crocs
I
would
think
go well
like
there.
Wollongbar would be good for you, I reckon.
I love Morelenbar. Nice.
Wollongbar's got a nice pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the water. I went there for a
Ballina?
palmy once.
Pottsville, it's nice. Anyway, back to the podcast.
I was about to tell a
Enough about
story
real
that's
estate.
nothing to do with the podcast.
So the next segment is New South Wales country towns. Which is your favourite?
Yeah, Northern
Kiama.
New South Wales.
Northern Rivers.
Yes. Oh, that'd be good. It'd be nice if we did that.
I actually think it's a no-brainer for Gold Coast trainers because it's not
It is.
far away.
I've thought the same thing.
Also, but you got to think staff. You got to get staff. You've got to be there all the time. It's a lot of.
Definitely.
What would qualify? Like, if you just got a couple of boxes there, or what would you? How much of a setup do you have to
I
have?
don't know what the rules
10
are.
stables probably.
Sure. Because like Matt Dunn, he still had
You
the
can't have a
Murwillumbah.
metro stable.
Yeah, you can't have a metro stable. So,
Right, okay. So
but
this-
I don't know how it would work if you had a Gold Coast stable and the New South Wales country stable.
Yeah,
You know, like
that
a-
might make you
Well,
eligible.
Gold Coast
down
not
and run
metro, is it?
Yeah,
The Leg Up Lodge.
yeah. I'll go.
Leg Up Lodge.
He used to be,
That's
he used to be a horsey boy.
I don't know if I'd go any good, but
Yeah,
I'd
you'd
give
be
it a
fine.
rest. I'd lead him in and out of the boxes.
Yeah.
You hopped on my back on Sunday.
Did I?
Yeah, you rode well.
Thanks.
Light.
Muck
Good,
out- muck
good
out the
horseman.
boxes.
What do you weigh
Good
now?
horseman.
Probably like
Sans hair.
too heavy.
Oh.
I'd be like 77.
Did you
kilos,
ever
I
ride
reckon.
track work or anything?
No.
Nah. You just ride
You
horses
sort of
like
rode
a horse
young
club?
and then you just, what, you would have been, what, 15, 14, 15?
Yeah,
when you
14.
started
I reckon I
playing
gave up when I was about 14, but I was too big. I was too big by then.
Did you do pony club with Paul Horan?
I don't know. I did pony club, but I don't think with Paul Horan.
I think you did. You know Big PH?
Paul
Hey,
Horan
PH's one of
is
your
a
own,
big
isn't he?
Man.
Paulie Horan's parents are in Deeport.
Are they in Deeport?
Great people.
They-
They're at the races on the weekend. They are
They are
top class people.
legendary
Yeah,
people.
yep.
His mum and dad.
No, and
absolute
I'm not just
champions.
saying that they are. She's an absolute champion. Her dad, his dad, Greg's just
Yeah.
they're bloody good people.
We spent
Good family.
a lot of time at their house growing up and
Yeah.
drinking and
When I was
well,
16,
they were that family.
When I was 16, I played for Hills, and Hills had two sides in
Paul
there.
Horan was 8 foot
in the
tall.
Oh, he's huge. He's the biggest human I've ever seen. I'm 6'4".
Yeah, they had two sides in the one division.
Yeah.
So they had their A side and their B side, and I was in the B side.
Oh.
And Paulie was in the A side. And I was in a scrum and I stepped on his foot and he wanted to kill me. And he was like 3 times the size of me.
He could have just done you then. He just would have done
Good
you.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure why I asked if Paul was in pony club with you. For some reason, I just had a feeling.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Do you remember the Royal Easter show?
Here
You
we
would have gone into it probably $1.01 favourite. You had that real good horse, and I remember you were like flying. I was there. No, remember the saddle slips?
Yeah.
Well,
I
you were
do
doing
remember.
you were race riding at
No,
the
not
Royal
race
Easter Show.
riding,
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's like
Oh, show jumping.
dressage.
Dressage and
But he had
equestrian.
like the good horse.
Wait.
Gale would.
So what? You did dressage?
Yeah. What do you laugh at that?
It just makes so much sense.
It's in the Olympics.
It makes so much sense. When you're saying he's a horseman, it's a dressage.
He did. He went in, and we all went and watched. And we're sitting in the the big
Oh,
grandstand at the Easter show, and next minute you just see Blake.
slide off.
Yeah, bloody mum didn't.
Mum didn't do the good.
What a life of privilege this guy's lived. I'll never forgive a mum after she didn't do the sell up properly when I was doing dressage at the Royal Easter Show.
And then he became a real rough and tough footballer.
That's right.
That's it. He turned his back on dressage. Maybe if you made NRL the story like,
From dressage.
yeah, from
to
dressage to first grade.
There's no knock on dressage.
No,
It's in the Olympics.
it is too.
Yeah.
It
Why
is
didn't you
too.
keep going? You could have got a gold medal.
Nah.
Still time.
What was your horse called? Snowy?
Polka dot.
Snowy?
No, the snow was early.
Yeah, that was early. That's the only one. I
I
remember.
think the horse you're talking about was Tiffany.
That's a G up, is it?
It's not
Stable
a
name
G.
Tiff. It was a stable name Tiff Tiff.
But I didn't name her. She wasn't mine.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Tiffany, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Do you miss it?
You know, on Saturday mornings when you wake up, you miss footy. Do you ever Thursday mornings wake up and miss dressage?
Nah.
Oh. Yeah, anyway, nothing against dressage.
No. It just, I don't know. Like I said, it just makes heaps of sense. Okay. Oh, far out. Rising Star. What was Nick, this category is Rising Star, what you've seen over the past 12 months and you think will continue
Yeah.
to rocket.
Yeah, well, I can remember if it was Rising Star or Rookie of the Year, but both work.
Both work. Just depends how you want to go about it. What have you chosen for your Rising
Well, this is
Star
the
/ Rookie?
$1.01 pop has lobbed.
Oh,
Kovalika.
of course.
So
yeah, okay.
I could have easily had Giga Kick. Obviously,
That's true, yep.
He's gone on with it, but I went with Kovalika because he's my boy, but also he debuted in the same season. So debuted in October, won his maiden in November. Then he was sort of dominant through that Queensland Summer Carnival in the Grand Prix in Eagle Way, and then Queensland Guineas winner in May. Placed in a Doomben Cup at weight for age, beat home the likes of Jewis and Zaki, and then dominant in that Queensland Guineas. Now he's favourite for the Cup. So for him to go from maiden all the way through to the top level,
Yeah.
he's my
But when you spell it out like that, it's pretty impressive, hey?
yeah, like no knock on obviously. Like a horse like Giga Kick or Think About It that's gone from
They achieve
benchmark 64s to 2 Group 1s, like better level Group 1s and whatnot. But yeah, I just
Well, of course, $1.01
pocket,
you were going to say
pocket talk,
Kovalika.
bit of pocket talk too.
A little bit, just a
And I'm
touch.
actually contracted to say Kovalika in every podcast I'm on.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's a deal you've made with.
Team K.
Yeah.
That's right. Neville Morgan's paid me to.
Campo, who's your Rising
Think
Star
about
rookie?
it.
Yeah.
Good horse, smart horse. Could be anything. Be a good battle between him and I Wish I Win when they match up. Giga Kick.
It will be.
D-Paul.
Some type of Everest.
Imagine that.
Will be.
D-Paul.
D-Paul, Rising Star?
He's my rising star.
He is a rising
Don't know
star.
if he-
Oh, he is a proper Rising Star. He's rising right at the end of the season into the new season.
Yes,
Bang,
correct.
let's hope he goes out with a missile stakes. Mine is Zach Lloyd. Zach Lloyd
Gun.
takes out the Sydney's Apprentices Premiership. He's still got a claim.
Yep.
He'd have to be
Not much longer.
$1.10 to take it out next year again.
I would take the
he wouldn't
$1.10
be.
with everything I had.
Actually, you'd probably get that because he won't have a claim for much longer. So him and
They don't
Dylan
be
are
on
going
those
to...
rides.
But Dylan, is Dylan technically still? Is he still an apprentice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're both good kids too.
So when they're on even playing terms,
Yeah.
it'll sort of even it up a little bit. But like Zach goes
Zach's
in
got
with a
that
head
1.5,
start,
yeah.
definitely.
Mind you, he's just been suspended for 12 meetings, so
Yeah.
They've got some.
on day one.
We're talking about taking that price
Yeah.
for him to win the Metro. And
The thing I like about Dylan, he was fighting out obviously apprentice title in our race. That was when Zach won, and that
Yep.
started up. He just rode the horse how he was told to ride it. He didn't go out there and try and ride a race against Zach.
Yeah.
After the race, he was brilliant with the owners.
Yep.
Spoke brilliantly. It's just so professional.
Like that'd
Shows how
be
good-
sort of like, I reckon, like young kid like that, where basically there's 3 or 4 races left in the season to try and turn the tables and get one back. You've just lost. Like you'd find a lot of young kids that'd be like a bit shitty on
Give it a
themselves.
go. Yeah,
like
correct.
Yeah, he's
just
young.
like I don't want to talk to anyone. Like
He was so professional. He was really good with his time. They're 2 kids who are just they're going to fly for the rest of the future. And not every champion wins a title. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like in the whole scheme of things, at the end of their career, it's
Correct.
not like
That's right.
Zach beat Dylan in the Apprentices title.
Yeah.
And he could have got on tilt too.
Correct.
Because he was in that. He went down narrowly on that horse of Mar and Eustace.
Estrella in the first.
Estrella.
first,
Got
and then
grabbed on the line and it looked all over a winner.
he came out and rode a winner after he rode our horse. Sent him down the outside on one. The blue. Did he ride a winner after ours? Blue and green colours. Is it Mars colours?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I know who you're talking about.
Too long ago.
That wasn't that Chorlton Lane that got beat. No.
I don't know. I just been at the race and I think someone said, "Oh, did Dylan just ride another one?" So yeah, not throw the toys out of the cot and just continue to
yeah.
ride your races. You see, he's a professional talent.
Yeah.
Good family too. That's obviously both good families, and it's the reason why they are where they are.
That's
No,
right.
he didn't ride a winner.
Oh, he didn't. Who rode that blue?
That was Chad Schofield.
Chadley.
You're talking about Tazara?
I don't know what his name was.
Yeah, Tazara. I think that's what you're talking about.
Would have been.
Zach reached out during the week. Lloydy made.
Yep.
Put as we
Yeah.
said last week on
Yep.
the podcast, he said that, yep, Lloydy made.
He always has a joke about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to get him on a podcast.
Is he originally from up here?
Yeah. Jeff and Nicola still live here, I'm pretty sure.
Is he really your cousin or brother?
He spelt the same?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look the same.
Yeah, they do look the same.
He wears longer shorts.
Zach and
Zach
Jaden,
wears
their weight collectively would be probably mine.
Well, Nick borrows
cousin
their
Nick.
shorts.
yeah.
Big Nick.
Big
borrowing
Nick.
shorts again.
That's right.
Nick's got me shorts.
We used to always sort of joke about, like, when Jeff was riding, like, we'd just, like, call him Uncle Jeff. Like, the family would be sitting at the pub and, oh, Uncle Jeff's on one here. Like, no relation or anything. But now that, like, sort of know Jaden a bit from the track and whatnot, and, like, the boys will just refer to him as, oh, brother Jaden's on one here. So it's kind of like, well, that can't make Jeff Uncle Jeff anymore.
Yeah, well, unless it's one of those real North Queensland
Real awkward
families.
sort of.
One of those
Cousin Zach.
one of those Rockhampton
Yeah.
situations. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, Rocky
Brother
audience.
Zach, brother Jaden.
Tiffany.
brothers. Don't ever mention Tiffany on air again. I lost it. She was good.
Any other good name horses you had?
No, I don't think so.
Marshmallow or something like that.
Tiffany had to be a stallion too, didn't she?
No, she's a man.
Big brute.
So hold on, like
think so.
in footy, you always know, I played state or I played this. Like, how high did you get, like in the dressage
What's the
rank?
best?
He was good.
Was he?
He was really good. He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. So like, state team or what?
No, they don't
Yeah,
have
no, you would have been.
teams.
You would have been.
Could you have made the Olympics in dressage?
Well, you need $1 million horse to make the Olympics.
How much was Tiffany?
It's just a pony. It's a,
$20.
not
Couldn't
the
buy
same
it.
thing.
Couldn't have. Priceless.
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 No, he was very good
didn't
on
own
turner.
her. We didn't own her. I just used to ride her for someone else.
He had very good balance. He had a beautiful seat on the horse.
Oh, thank
He
you.
did.
Oh, fuck's sake. Give it a rest.
You know when your cousin, you're like, I'll go with my cousins to play some footy or crash some cars or something. Now we're off dress up.
Yeah.
We actually did. We had a race once.
Did you? On a horse?
We did. I fell off.
Yeah, he fell off and I ran over him.
Really? Where at? At
got-
your place?
Yeah.
I think he put me on some horse that like probably hadn't been ridden for ages, and I was like, "Yeah, this is a good idea."
Yeah, good
I'm
idea.
just-
How old are you?
I think
Set
that
the
horse
scene.
was you rode a horse called Piglet.
Piglet versus Tiffany.
Nah, I don't remember what horse I was on. It wasn't Tiffany though.
Well, actually, I'm lucky I didn't die.
So what? How old are you? Mate, set this scene. This is so foreign to me. Yeah.
8 10,
Yeah, it's 12, 10, 8,
Yeah.
something like that.
and Galen Malcolm thought it'd be a
I
great
reckon-
idea for me to ride a horse.
Yeah, I reckon you might have rode Snowy, the white horse, and I might have rode
good horse.
You might have been a Piglet.
Yeah,
Snowy
the
versus
bigger horse.
Piglet.
I sent mine. I still remember Ed
was-
just going, "Oh no,
He was off in front. He was on the small horse.
gone."
Where is it? Because you guys, I'm trying to remember your place
Oakville.
at
This
Oxford.
was at
It was
Oakville.
at Oakville.
Yeah, it was up the top, above the dam. It was like 4 laps around the dressage arena.
Yeah.
This is
And he was
true.
in front, and it
And I
shined
hit
at
the
something, and he fell off. And I was just right behind him, and I ran him over.
Shit.
straight over the top. Going,
How lucky you didn't get
It was
hurt.
all right. It was all right.
straight back up. Another
Oh,
race.
you know, yeah.
Another race.
Another race.
Leg me up, Tiff.
What an insight.
We had some. We used to play cricket as well. Like it'd be 45 degrees outside, and Blake and I'd be having a test match cricket for 5 hours.
yeah.
Coming dead.
Yeah.
The house at the Hawkesbury racecourse was the best cricket, I reckon. Because remember we used to play, there was like,
It was like an indoor sort of session.
it was, and you used to get like 1 run for each of the sides, and then 2, 2, and 4 and 6 up the
cricket
back.
ball flying at your head. It was great. Really good.
You used to always lie about your edges and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
not out.
I didn't hit it.
What wicket keeper?
Auto wiki.
Auto
it used to
wiki,
be
yeah.
great.
What the English do.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you can't, like, I hate all that talk about the spirit of the game and stuff. You never walk if you're not giving out. It's up to the umpire.
There is no
It's
surprise
their job.
there.
Yeah, you might be
right.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yak of the year. Yak of the year.
In honour of the great Michael Lunn trained yak.
Yak.
8-year-old son of the animal kingdom.
So a bit
I've
of
actually
a
backed him before.
Yeah.
bit of a light-hearted look at something that was your yak of the year, whether it be a ride or a horse or a scenario or a
situation.
a conglomerate of people.
Yeah.
What's your yak of the year, Nick?
I'm making the Gold Coast Magic Millions Day my yak of the year.
Be very careful here, not the
Yes.
turf club.
No,
Yeah,
the day, the weather, the sprinklers, whatever it was.
yeah.
But there wasn't that much rain, and it rained on race day, and we only got through 2 races. And
Yeah.
of all the races to sort of get through, it was I know Campo, you had a runner in it, but it was a country cup, and it was a debut race for 2-year-olds over 900. So it was tough, like you're there on course, everyone's up for the big Magic Millions race day, and then called off after 2 races. So a bit disappointing. It then got moved to a Thursday, and they probably were lucky to have 200 people on course. Really.
Yeah. Look, they would have been
Obviously,
bitterly disappointed.
Yes.
It's their biggest.
yeah, and it's normally a cracker of a day, but
Oh yeah, it's a great day, but that would have been a huge.
for the highlight of sort of the summer carnival to,
Yeah.
for that to happen, like it's not quite the same as Melbourne Cup Day getting called off or something like that.
No,
but for this area to lose Magic Millions Day on the Saturday, of course, people still made the most of it, and the loonies would have been out in force in the pouring rain and the Bundy cans, no doubt. But a bit disappointing to see Millions Day.
you're going to partake in the yak of the year?
Nah. Marley Doon Drury won on Saturday, if anyone wants to know.
No, not yak of the year.
No, she's
No,
beautiful.
Marley Doon.
That's what's the, my
Your bold prediction.
bold
Coming up.
She's going to win a race this season.
So, this weekend?
Anyway, so what's your yak of the year?
Stop flicking everyone. No, go.
My yak of the year is Racing Victoria and their no whip proposal for this race series that is about to happen.
What a
That's
disconnect.
a late sort of like last minute effort to get in and win the yak.
Yeah, the yak of the year.
isn't
Like
it?
we better lock this in.
the last
before
week of
new
the season,
starts.
they've come in and swooped and got it.
Definitely. And it's only, I think they're trying to make some type of like big bash racing series that's only available to the top participants,
Yeah.
trainers, jockeys, no whips. They're trying to appeal to a younger audience, but none of our friends are worried about
We're not young
whip
anymore.
issues.
Just firstly,
The
the younger audience
I'm not
are
gonna
18 to
get
23. You probably shouldn't get involved. You can if you want.
Nah,
But
there's no point.
can you, for our younger audience, what does a whip do? I'll ask you, from horse racing, not dressage.
Well,
no
imagine-
whip in dressage. No whip in dressage.
You have
what
a
if
whip in
we-
dressage.
Do you?
Of course you bloody do.
Oh, sorry.
You always carry a whip on a horse.
Yeah, it's safety
I'm
as well.
sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's
that.
safety. You don't know too much about
About dressage. That's why I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn.
Do you think it would be better received if the whip was known as a crop? Like, does the whip sort of have more of a, like we're whipping a horse and whatnot? It sounds like smacking.
It's less sexual, I'll say that.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like if you
I'm
said
sorry.
a rider's like a rider's crop, like I don't feel like that group of.
What's the point of it in a race? Why does a jockey have one?
Imagine if you were
Steering.
like running down the street at 100 mile an hour and I was giving you a light tap on the butt with the whip. Would you feel it?
Hold on, let me.
Well, but isn't it like? Yeah,
Oh,
can we try?
we're back. Two cousins playing in the backyard again.
No, but the
No. Answer the question. What It's a safety thing. Number one.
Yeah.
So it's more of a
gives you more control over the horse.
control. Yeah. See,
You're
I
the
think a
60
lot of
kilo
people
jockey.
think that to get more out of the horse, they're whipping the horse and causing it pain.
It's not pain. It's the sound.
Yeah.
It's not pain.
It's not pain. Like
Maybe the jockeys should let go of the reins and clap and pick it back up
Maybe
again.
put the
On their
people
team.
who
Yeah,
don't want the whips, put them on a horse,
And give nothing.
give them enough and see how they go.
I don't think this is a move to appease to the younger audience. It's
It's not.
for a minor, very, very minor part that
it's the dickheads.
it's for the
and-
4 people that stand out the front of the Magic Million sales ring on sales week with their banners and radios and try and hand off flyers.
yeah,
It's like,
horses
oh,
don't have a retirement plan. I'm like,
Yeah, and I'll
they
tell you
literally
what-
do.
Yeah,
They
I
literally
tell you why
do.
they never go to track work. Because they don't get out of bed until after 10.
correct.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're all no-hopers.
Yeah.
Like, get a job.
You know the chant, like if someone gets kicked out of the footy, it's the hey, 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 goodbye.
Yeah.
There was a group of them that got arrested on Magic Millions Day 2 years ago, and the whole like general admission just started doing that to them as the cops marched them out. It was the best thing.
It's a world we live in. People have to be accepted.
Yeah, it does. And unfortunately, I think the minority is sometimes louder than the majority in this case. Absolutely. I don't think there's any other... Why would you take away a safety precaution in one of the world's most dangerous sports?
Well, I don't understand what their end game is. Like, what do they want?
I don't even think they know, mate.
What do they want? Do they
No
want,
whips in any race.
Do they want...
Who want?
They want
Who's
racing.
want are you talking about? The protesters?
The
or
protesters.
They want
if
no.
say
They
if
don't
got
want
rid
horse
of the
racing
whips,
at all.
Then there's going to be something else they're going to want to get rid of. Then there's going to be something else.
To the point where the biggest, what do you do with the horses if you are listening and sort of, want to find out a little bit more? There's a really good website actually called Kick Up for Racing, and they've been doing all the sort of busting myths that the protesters are trying to whips hurt horses, and then they've actually got like the case studies and
Or when they say, like, you don't look after your horse.
Yeah.
So, look after the horse better than you look after yourselves.
It's
search
true.
search on Instagram Lindsay Park and go through their Instagram feed and just have a look at
Yeah, when I die, I want to come
roller.
back as a horse.
Yeah, I'm dying. If I'm being reincarnated, I'm coming back as a horse and living it.
Some of the stables Abu Dhabi even. Their horses are treated very well. And I'll tell you now, for someone that didn't grow up in the industry, I never had a background in dressage, anything like that, I've now being a part of it and meeting people around the stables. Horses are surrounded by people that absolutely adore them.
Yeah.
Like horse people are...
Well, they're not in it for the money.
Well, that's true actually, but that's, it's true.
Yeah.
They're not...
They do it because they love them.
They absolutely love them.
And
And
if you don't love them, don't work with them.
yeah, and you know
find
what?
another
Every
one.
horse that we've had that hasn't been a good one, I'm waiting for a good one. Some we haven't been able to sell, and we've always had someone reach out to us in every circumstance, and we're just one little group of owners. Where someone goes, "Oh, do you mind if we take that?" And it becomes a part of their family. These horses, I think the people that Racing Victoria listen to have no fucking clue.
You know what I find funny about it? The protesters, all these protesters, they want to fix the world. But they don't even have their own lives in order. How are you going to fix the world? How are you going to fix the racing industry, the climate, and every other problem in the world when you don't have your own life in order?
Wash your hair.
Make your bed.
Stink.
Make your bed.
Make it. It's a hammock. They're living in a van. No, I think it's...
Yeah, just moving on.
Yeah, we can move on
Because
from
they're
that one.
frustrating people.
Just want to when you
Still
park
push-
your car there, you just want to run them over.
Put a
Sometimes.
wash through your...
Nick, no.
Wow, okay.
Cut that one out.
We're pushing that collar too, by the way.
We're pushing that comment, I reckon. What do you mean?
Put a wash through your purple hair.
Purple's the hair colour of choice for protesters.
Or in your jumper.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. What's your bold prediction for the 23-24 season? I'm going to kick it off.
Yeah, go on.
I think Depaul wins a group race. It's the podcast horse. It could be this weekend.
Might be Saturday,
I might be able to
yeah.
get my bold prediction.
so.
Out of the way.
And if this doesn't happen, it's a nudie run, just so everyone knows.
For,
wow, okay.
For everyone, no, for
in 12, in
for all
12 months.
for 12 months.
Your bold
We're
prediction.
going to get off the nudie.
Do
So
we
yeah,
get to smack you with the whip?
good balance. Good balance though with Blake. You'd rather him on your back than.
Can we dye your hair purple? While you
Yeah,
do it?
oh god, they'll come running from the buildings here. I think I would love to see the success for you and Taylor, but also the fact that Depaul's been a good part of this show and a good chatting point every week, and it would just be fantastic for you guys to see that. And you've definitely got a horse that can do it. So that's my bold prediction.
I'm going to go the sort of the three big states: Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria. I'm going to say that an apprentice wins the Metro Riders Premiership.
In one of those states.
In one of those states, whether that be, I think, Bailey Wheeler in Queensland, Zach or Dylan in Sydney, and then you've got a handful of good apprentices in Melbourne. Wiramu Pin, Alana Kelly, she might be senior now when she comes back, but Carleen Heffel, Celine Gaudray. So
Yeah, okay.
I think one of them can
Nice bold
make their
prediction.
presence felt against the older, better jocks.
I'm going to say Jimmy Orman wins a Group 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do the nitty run.
3 Group 1s.
3. Yeah,
Three,
say that.
okay.
Put it out there a bit.
5.
3.
Oh, now someone wants to do the
said-
nudie run. Now someone's desperate to do the nudie run.
Jimmy, apparently Antino's best horse he's ridden.
Yeah, 2-rack handicap.
Will he be able to... I wonder what weight Antino will get in a 2-rack.
Not much.
Hopefully no one from Melbourne gets on him.
But Jimmy won't be able to ride too long.
Okay. Well, that's a shame.
What's
He'll
your
find, he'll find the right horse.
bold prediction for this season, Blake?
Francesco Guardi will win the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, I hope so. That's a good one.
I think he will. I think he would have started favourite in last year's Melbourne Cup, and I think now they've just gone Melbourne Cup.
Have they? I thought there was chat last week or a post that the leg up put up that possibly a...
Melbourne Cup is the
Melbourne Cup's
end game,
Yeah.
definitely.
They got 4 horses for the Cups.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I hope
We used
all
to
of
do
them.
like a wandering mic or a camera like during the carnival. Like we just go down there. Someone go film the
It
horses
depends.
or-
It's hard because obviously
Send the credit card down with Nick for a week or something.
never fucking see him again. Never see him again.
Get
Rocks up to the...
Deepore in the Everest and have Campo.
Okay, put it that way. If Deepore gets in the Everest, we'll go to Everest.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard for us as well because obviously Friday night and Saturday is a huge
And you'll come
part
to
of
the
the
track
business.
every morning with me, did you say?
I won't be sleeping, so yeah, for sure.
Straight from... what's the
Sheaf?
The Sheaf.
Yeah, we'll go from the
from
Sheaf straight there.
I had
So
to
everyone
think of
gets in
the actual
trouble.
name of that because the name that we call it is not
We're not really Easties.
Not good for this show.
not good for
Yeah,
the not good for the
West
show.
is best.
And I was like, what's the actual name?
Yeah, we
of
go to West. We go to Bull and Bush.
Straight from the fiddler.
Fiddler. Hilda was
stayed
at the
at the,
Fiddler 2 nights ago.
We stayed at the Baton Ball last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On the corner.
On the
Yeah,
corner.
there,
Yeah, there's an Airbnb
That's
attached
a
to the
great-
side of it. Great.
Oh, really? That's a
yeah.
great
Golf course
pub.
near it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. It's literally the tram lines. You got the SCG. It's all right there.
Chief is a good place.
Sheaf.
Oh, the Sheaf.
If you're famous, that's where you want to go and get caught with cocaine.
Yeah, they.
That's where you do it all.
Is that where the football got caught recently for?
Yeah. Dylan Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Dylan
Oh, I know that story.
It's
I'll
a
tell you
good
that
place.
off.
Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
a
got
cracker.
all like
Yeah, upstairs.
Upstairs,
everything,
yeah.
outdoor area.
Yeah. Great venue.
My number
dance
one
there.
pub in Sydney is the Oaks.
The Oaks is a great
Yeah,
pub.
Oaks in North Sydney or in Neutral Bay, Wilson Point.
Doncaster.
Yeah,
It's on
Neutral Bay.
Military
Donny,
Road.
yeah.
Military Road, yeah.
My
That
number
is my number one pub.
is the Stain.
Okay.
It's good.
Stain's a great place.
Stain's a great pub. Yeah, it's a great
Remember
place
when
to go.
Pat threw my hat off the top of the Stain?
Nah.
It's on my birthday.
Remember when Harko ripped my hot tuna shirt? I had like this fit shirt with fish, and then boys dared me to go and try and get into the Stain with no shirt on. And
How'd you go?
They used to have
No luck? No. Interesting.
They used to have the rum bar up the top.
Yeah, the rum
That
bar.
was great.
That was cool, yeah.
Rum bar up the top's the best. We haven't been the Stain.
I think
for
the
a
rum
long
bar's
time.
still there.
you used to see a lot of the Manly players there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then used to
get all
start
giddy.
at Wharf Bar, down one end of Manly, and then head up to the Stain.
And there was that one in the middle. What's the one in the
that
middle
one-
on the corner?
Hildo used to manage that pub.
No, he didn't.
Yes, it was. It was called, what was that pub called? It was there on the left as you're walking up to the Stain.
Oh, he did work there.
Really?
Yeah, he
Didn't know
did.
that.
He did.
I don't remember what it's called, but it got done up while we were
Yeah.
sort of...
Icebergs is a good spot.
Icebergs. Yeah.
And then
that
also on the
Bondi?
right there,
Yeah, it's great.
they used to have the that karaoke venue. Nobody using
Go downstairs.
rare to get into it.
Yeah. Macca's was near it too.
We did
Kebab store.
karaoke on the Friday night before Everest, so they rebranded. I forget the name of it. Is it the Horse and Carriage? They rebranded it to the Lost and Running Hotel because Tab.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They did karaoke on the Friday night, and like I reckon the same 6 people that would be there every Friday night were there, plus the group of us 6 or 7 blokes that
Really?
just ripped and teared. Oh, great night!
What?
Great night.
Great
They
night.
spent all that money on marketing and publicity and no one turned up.
Oh, they had karaoke upstairs. Downstairs was full,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah,
like
gotcha.
karaoke was just a standard Friday night at the
You
Horse
would
and
thought
Carriage,
a few
and
more would float up.
the espresso martinis from.
Tracks on a Wednesday.
Tracks on Wednesday after touch was always good. Hildo used to drive.
Borgie used to like.
We can wrap up. Do this off here. Feel free if you're watching this or listening to it, throw in the comments your favourite pub, club in
venue.
Sydney. Venue.
Best meal deal.
Thank you, boys. Very good. Very, very good.
That place is called the Ivanhoe.
Yes, it is too.
Ivanhoe. That's the
Wouldn't have
pub
said
you were
that.
talking about.
Right,
Hildo
okay,
used to
yeah.
manage it.
There was one in the way.
Hildo was the big dog.
All right, punters.